There's a lady outside my window just looking at me. It's weird. I'm recording. Hey. Hey guys, just a few weeks ago I actually did a podcast, Just Because You Can Doesn't Mean You Should. And I actually met with a coaching client the other day that actually said that they had listened to that podcast and really took it to heart. They are an entrepreneur and working on a couple of different ventures and realized that in the reflection of their past year, as they were kind of getting together, kind of some thoughts about the end of the year and what they want to accomplish in the upcoming year, they had this podcast, right, that I had done that they listened to that basically challenged that thinking about taking on too much, about potentially stretching yourself way too thin. And that whole topic came from a friend who's an entrepreneur that is a guy that's got the squirrel syndrome. You know, squirrel sees it. He's got to go. Like, he's got to go try this, or he gets pulled into other opportunities because of his visibility and because of his position. And his success. People want to get him involved in a number of things, and he has a hard time saying no. Anyway, I get back to this client, and they tell me how they recognize that what they were doing in the course of the past year was really working against them. They had they were splitting their time amongst three different types of ventures, and participating on a couple of nonprofit boards, trying to write a book, trying to kick off their own podcast, trying to do all of these things and not doing any of them very successfully. It's not that they didn't have a good year, that any of these ventures are close to failing. Of course, they're not. Thank God. But the reality is they were recognizing that they were not laser focused on the ones that could potentially benefit them the most. One of the best ripples that you can create for yourself is a legitimate, sorry, there's a cop going by. Oh no, it's a fire truck. Fire truck. One of the best things that you can do is get laser focused on what you want to accomplish this year. Get laser focused on the things that are going to help you get closer to whatever it is that's important to you. That next step in your career path, really getting that venture started that you've been noodling on, and you're ready to take that next step and get it going, to acquire those next big customers, to determine your vertical market, to figure out where you want to go with your personal life or whatever it is. And one of the things that I think is pretty critical is if you have so much garbage going on in here and you've got these distractions, different things that are pulling at and tugging at your time and energy and your focus, you're not going to be very successful at anything. And so my suggestion to you is to allow yourself the flexibility of getting very, very focused on the one thing that you think could be the biggest impact for you coming up in the new year. And one of the ways that I would suggest doing that is every day, spend a little bit of time, quiet time with yourself in your own brain, just thinking about what's important, thinking about what you need to do next, thinking about opportunities that are out there and how you're going to take advantage of them, and then spending some time executing on next steps. I think that's key. And then here's a biggie, and this is a biggie. Start getting good at saying no. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Don't take on any more volunteer opportunities. Don't agree to do the thing at the kids' school if it's going to take you away from what you need to do. I mean, heck, half the time you don't even see your kid when you're at one of those things anyway, right? Don't pick up extra stuff, responsibility that takes you away or deviates your time, energy, or focus away from the thing that's the most important to you. Get really good at saying no. And here's the perfect way to do it. I would love to. I simply do not have time. Thank you for thinking of me. Thanks for including me. Thanks for the opportunity. I hope you'll come back to me again in the future, but right now my timing is not good. I think if you get really focused on doing that as well as spending time in your own head, focused on the next steps that you need to take in order to accomplish whatever it is that you need to be laser focused on, you will do wonderful, great things, take huge strides towards accomplishing it. And I promise you, just because you can doesn't mean you should. if you start saying no, you're going to start saying yes to yourself, and good things are going to come because of it.